All right, everyone, thank you for joining us here today. Sorry, just posting that this stream is live. Wanted to make sure I got that out of the way before I got too far into this and forgot, and who knows who would have missed out on this great action here today. We're going to be coming to you live from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. It is the home opener for the Philadelphia Phillies. There is your pitching matchup today. Freddie Peralta versus Jake Arrieta. And that game is coming your way whenever this game decides to load. And here it is. So we'll see if we get the home opening day graphic. We don't. It's just like a regular game in Philadelphia. So sorry, don't get any special treatment, Philadelphia, for your home opener. But it is the Brewers versus the Phillies here in a National League matchup. Home opener for the Phillies. A little bit of a delay start here in real life, but this is a game that's taking place in the afternoon in the video game world. Top-down look at Phillies home field. It is a hitter's park. Got some short porches down the left and right field line, a deep center field. As you look at the Philadelphia Phillies coming into this game, not doing too hot. A lot of this ERA. This is actually last year at 36, but looking at this year, the bullpen has let them down quite a bit. They've given up a lot of home runs. They've given up the second most as a pitching staff in the league in home runs. The Brewers come into the game. They have been pitching lights out. They have a team ERA of 2.17. That is third in Major League Baseball. And I guess we are going to get some opening day lineups. Going to call some people out to the field, line up on the baselines there. As the players are ready to get their home schedule underway. Good crowd here in Philadelphia. We'll have the action for you right after this. So Jake Arrieta is going to take the mound. It's his second start of the season. Factored in a no decision on Saturday. Went 5 innings. Gave up 6 hits.
The afternoon for Milwaukee.
Leading off is Lorenzo Cain. And the Brewers' away schedule starts out with a strike. Phillies 2-5. They lost 5 straight coming into this game. They won the first 2 against Miami, then dropped the second 2. And then they got swept by the Mets in New York the last 3 days. As Cain takes that one to right field, and that one's going to get into the gap. Should be extra bases for Cain. He makes the turn, and he's going to be in safely with a lead-off double. So Cain staying hot. Leads off this one with a double. Second double of the season. Had a double in yesterday's game. That's just a good piece of hitting. Taking that outside pitch all the way to almost to the fence. And Lorenzo Cain staying hot. 8 hits in his last 4 games. Now bring up Christian Yelich. Takes the curveball on the outside. That's 1-0. Yelich batting .350, has 1 home run, 5 RBIs. It's 4 stolen bases. He's doing it in all facets on offense so far here in the season. Here comes the 1-0. That misses outside as well, so it's 2-0 quickly on Christian Yelich. Arrieta, no stranger to the Brewers. Played 4+ years with the Cubs, was there when they won the World Series and had a lot of success. In 4 full years with Chicago, 64-29. Christian Yelich fouls that one off. Here comes the 2-1. And that's a changeup right on the inside corner. Gary Simmons is your home plate umpire. Patrick Johnson. And some other guys. Here comes the 2-2 from Arrieta. That one just misses on the inside, and it's a full count. Keston Hiura on deck. Keston Hiura starting to come around. Had a pretty big slump between the Cubs and the Cardinals series. He's got it back on track. Hits in the last 2 games. Here's the full count, and that is a strike right down the middle. Yelich not expecting that one. And he's the first out of the inning for the Brewers.
Batting third, the second baseman, Keston Hiura.
I'll bring up the Brewers' second baseman, Keston Hiura. Runs okay, leading off a second. Led off the game with a double. That one misses inside, and it's ball one. That one misses outside as well, 2-0. So Arrieta trying to keep the Brewers batters off guard, throwing a lot of off speed here to start them out. Key for the Brewers this game is if they can get to that Phillies bullpen. Phillies have given up a lot of home runs, a lot of runs in that bullpen. And that one misses as well. So it's 3-0 on Hira. See what Arrieta comes back with fastball here, 3-0. And that one hits the bottom of the strike zone with that sinker, and it's 3-1. And that one misses as well. So to the strikeout to Yelich, Castanera walks and runners at first and second for the Brewers here with one out in the first.
Number 24, Avisail Garcia.
And they'll bring up Avisail Garcia. Had the 2-run homer in yesterday's game that put the Brewers on top in the 7th inning. It's going to be another key for these Brewers as the season goes on, trying to get on top early. Struggled in the early innings to put runs on the board. As Garcia hits one over to the right side, that one's picked by Hoskins, and they'll make the 3-6-1 double play, and that will end the inning. So, Brewers get 2 runners, but a double play ends it there. And after half inning, Brewers scoreless, Phillies coming up. Freddie Peralta gets the start here today. Went 5 1/3 back on Saturday. Didn't have to take a decision at all in the Brewers' loss. Had 6 Ks, 2 walks, allowed 2 runs. Both of them were on home runs. So a pretty strong outing for the young right-hander. And we'll see what he can do here on the road against this Phillies team as Scott Kingery leads off and he takes a strike. Brewers 4-2 on the season. Got back-to-back series wins against other tough teams within the division. Took 2 of 3 from the Cubs, then 2 of 3 from St. Louis. Have a 2-game winning streak going as there's a swing and a miss. And the count is quickly 0-2 on Kingery. Look in. Here's the pitch. Couldn't get him to chase on the fastball, and it's 1-2. That fastball just misses on top of the zone, and the count's now 2-2. Pitch count did get to Freddie Peralta. That's why he was only able to go 5 1/3. Got him into the 6th, but wasn't able to go much further than that. And after giving up another home run, Counsell pulled the plug on him. See, Andrew McCutchen is on deck. And that's a swing and a miss. Kingery goes down on strikes. So a good start to the day for Freddie Peralta.
Batting second, the left fielder, Andrew.
Nice curve ball. 12-6 drop. Nowhere near that one. And now bring up Andrew McCutchen. He hits that one over to Braun at first. He'll take it himself. And there's a quick second out. Here's the starting lineup for the Phillies. Kingery and McCutchen. And then up next, Bryce Harper. He's followed by Rice Hoskins, Didi Gregorius, JT Romado. Neil Walker, the former Brewers, over at third. Nick Williams is in center. And batting ninth, Jake Arrieta. And now bring up Bryce Harper. Second year with the Phillies. Takes a ball upstairs, and it's 1-0. So Harper's struggling out of the gate here. Just batting .138. Has 2 RBIs on the season. Looking to get it going here. Hopefully he can figure it out after the Brewers leave town this weekend. He swings and misses on that one, and it's 1-1. Freddie Peralta working quickly. Fastball misses away. 2-1 on the Phillies right fielder. And that's a swing and a miss, so 2-2. And Harper has struggled early on this season, 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position. So not getting the production, probably a big reason why the Phillies are on that 5-game skid. Here comes the 2-2 from Peralta, and that one's going to be flared, but Jed Jerko makes the leaping catch, and that'll do it for the Phillies here in the first. So, 1-2-3 inning from Freddie Peralta, and after one, we're scoreless to the hops. Almost an Air Jordan. Almost. Almost.
Leading off for the Brewers, the first baseman, number 8.
Brian Braun leads off for the Brewers here in the second. Home plate umpire says he went around. It's going to be a strike. Comes the 0-1 from Arrieta, and that one misses down low. 1-1. Brown batting .227. No home runs, no RBIs. He takes that one to right field. Harper coming in, and he makes the catch.
Batting 6, the catcher.
Here's where the Phillies line up today. Andrew McCutcheon in left, Nick Williams in center, Bryce Harper over in right. Then around the horn, we got Neil Walker, Didi Gregorius, Scott Kingery, Bryce Hoskins, and behind home plate is JT Realmato. Andrew McCutcheon over in left field. Brewer fans know him from patrolling the center field for the Pirates for so many years. And signed out a... I don't know if he didn't sign, I guess he did trade it, I believe. Went over to San Francisco, and then now with the Phillies, so back in Pennsylvania. As Narvaez hits that one back up the middle, and he stays hot with a base hit here in the second. Stays back on that one. Line drive right back up the middle. Good piece of hitting by the Brewers catcher. He's played all but one game, and he made an appearance in that one. He didn't start. And they'll bring up Jed Jerko, who's got off to a hot start here. And this is down low. Jed Jerko had back-to-back games with a home run against the Cardinals in Game 1 and Game 2 of that series. These Brewers bats are starting to heat up a little bit. Narvaez had 3 doubles yesterday as a base hit to start this game. Let's see what Jed Jerko can do here, and he swings and misses at that changeup. 1-1. This pitch swings at that slider. That one's a miss as well. So 1-2 on the third baseman. Made a good leaping catch to end the first inning for the Phillies. Let's see what Arrieta comes with here on 1-2. Here's the pitch. Jerko fights that one off, and the count remains 1-2. Check of the runner over there, and here's the pitch. And that's a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Jerko, can't believe that was called a strike. He was taking a quick swing. Let's see where this one is again. A little on the inside. See it from up above. Yeah, maybe catches that front of the plate. But can't do anything anymore. And that's a second strikeout for Arrieta, and they'll bring up Orlando Arcia. He takes a ball upstairs, 1-0. Pitch. That one's down low as well. Arcia going 1 for 3 in yesterday's game. Getting that batting average a little closer to that Mendoza line. It's provided some big hits and some big RBIs for this team. That's a curveball that falls in there, and the count's 2-1. So Arrieta is relying a lot on the off speed here. See if the Brewers can keep their weight back and drive something, try to put those in the opposite field. Here's the 2-1, and that's a sinker. Misses outside. So 3-1 here on Orlando Arcia. Freddie Peralta is on deck. Wonder if they're working around him here a little bit, but probably want to go right after him, see if Freddie Peralta can lead off the next inning. Fouls that one off, and it's going to be full count, and it'll be moving time for Narvaez. Here's the 3-2, and that one's going to get in there for a base hit. Narvaez is going to make the turn to third, and he's going to be in there. So runners at the corners here at the second inning.
Batting ninth.
So just a little looper right over Gregorius' head. And with Narvaez on the move on that pitch, makes it over to third. So Freddie Peralta with a runner at third has a chance to drive in a run here for the Brewers. He does, takes that one to left, but McCutcheon's right there. He'll make the catch to end the inning. So Brewers get a couple of hits, but strand them on the base pass. And after an inning and a half, still scoreless. Bryce Hoskins, the first baseman for the Phillies. He's going to lead off here in the second. He's got 4 RBIs on the season, batting .267. And that is a drive to left field, and hoping that one stays fair, and it is out of here. So that one does make it around the foul pole. That was a terrible advantage to see what happened to that one. But it is a solo home run, so he takes the first pitch that he sees. He drives that one to the short porch in left, and the Phillies have a 1-0 lead. Sat back on the curveball, kept it up in the zone. And that was a moonshot to left. Look at that one again, see where that one ends up. Yep, just snuck it around there, and now bring up D.D. Gregorius.
Batting fifth.
And that one's in the dirt. 1-0.
D.D. Gregorius.
Gregorius leading the team with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs on the season. He's batting .261 though, so he's been driving guys in. That's when he's been getting the hits. And he swings and fouls that one back, and it's 1-1. Gregorius signed in the offseason, played all of his years with the Yankees. There's the 1-1, and that's a fly ball into left center. Garcia going back, and he'll make the catch for out number 1.
Batting fifth.
Here's how the Brewers are lining up today. Same way they've lined up in almost every game this season. Garcia, Kane, and Yelich in the outfield. Jerko, Arcia, Hira, and Braun around the horn. And behind the plate, starting in his 6th game, is Omar Narvaez. See the .995 fielding percentage. They've only committed 1 error. That was in yesterday's game. So been playing pretty clean on the defensive side of the ball. It's kept them in a lot of games. That's the key. They haven't been scoring a lot of runs, so being able to play really good defense has been the key. And there's a curveball that misses, and it's 1-1. And there's a fastball that misses down low, 2-1. Well, the book on Peralta is if he can keep that fastball up, get guys to chase, he's going to be he's a good pitcher. But when he hangs those curveballs like he did to Hoskins, and when he misses the zone, that's when he gets into trouble. You want to keep him in the windup as much as possible, and that one's ripped down the line, but foul to bring the count to full. Full count offering, and that's a high fly ball to center. Kane racing back, plenty of room, and to make the play, and there's 2 outs.
Batting 7th, the third baseman, Neil Walker.
And that'll bring up the former Brewer, Neil Walker. Played with the Brewers back in 2017 as they tried to make a run for that final wild card spot. Got eliminated on game 162. You see the Brewers playing the shift on Walker here. Looks like Yelich is playing the line, guarding that up a little bit. Here's the 1-0 offering, and that's a swing and a miss on the change, and it's 1-1. Pitch to Walker, and that's fouled back, 1-2. Phillies getting a solo home run from Hoskins on the first pitch of the inning. gives them the early lead here in the second. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. And the Phillies are done here in the second. So Peralta does a good job of settling down, but Rhys Hoskins hits the towering shot to left to lead off the inning, and the Phillies have the lead after 2. Top of the order here for the Brewers to lead off the second.
The center fielder, number 6.
Lorenzo Cain doubled in his first at-bat of the game. Runs in there for a strike. Cain's got some pretty good success against Arrieta, 7 for 17, over 400 hitter. There's the 0-1. That one's on the outside corner as well, so it's quickly 0-2 on Cain. And that's a broken bat, but right over to Kingery. He'll make the play over at first for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Christian Yelich.
Christian Yelich coming up to the plate. Struck out looking in his first plate appearance. Came into the game, as I said, batting .350. That's down to .333. Hopefully he can forgive himself on that one. And that one is a change that misses way inside, 1-0. Once again, playing the shift on Yelich. But he can hit it to all parts of the field, so if you throw a mistake, he'll put that the other way, and he'll be just like that pitch.
1-1.
He goes with that one to the left field. That's definitely at least a double. And depending on where the outfield is, can be more. That sinker just misses on the outside corner, and it's 2-1. There's a rip. And that one's off of Hoskins. He's going to make the flip to Arrieta and complete the out. And there's 2 down.
Now batting.
So a hot shot to the first baseman, but does a good job of knocking it down, keeping it in front of him, and to secure the out at second. I'll bring up Keston Hira. He walked in the first. Was erased on the double play ball. And that one's in there for a strike.
0-1.
0-1 offering. That one's fouled. That'll reach the seats. And it's quickly 1-1. Or 0-2. My goodness. I'm all over the place here, folks. Can't keep up with the count. My book is all off already, and there's a swing and a miss. And Hira goes down on strike. So, 1-2-3 inning for Arrieta. And the lead remains 1-0. So, bottom of the order coming up for the Phillies here. Freddie Peralta hoping to bounce back after giving up the solo home run last inning. He's got Nick Williams here to lead off. He starts him out with a swing and a miss. And he's up 0-1. There's that good curveball. That's in there for a strike. It's quickly 0-2 on the center fielder. Peralta working quickly. That one's fall back into the screen. Do it again at 0-2. Pitch and swing and a miss on that inside pitch. And Freddie Peralta gets his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Batting 9.
Tied him up on that one.
Pitcher.
Way off of that one.
Arrieta.
An easy punch out for Peralta. Now bringing up Jake Arrieta. Just 0 for 1 on the season. So starts him out with a fastball that misses high and away. And it's 1-0. Arrieta here has the look of a guy that just wouldn't wear batting gloves ever. The beard, play a lot of ball with a lot of guys, and the guys that look like Arrieta here, he without the gloves, that's how they play where I'm from. Here's the 2-0, and that's a base hit to right field, and the pitcher is on base with a 1-out single. So first hit of the season for Arrieta, and that'll bring us to the top of the order, and Scott Kingery.
Now batting, second baseman.
Got jammed a little bit off the hands and just pushes that one into right field. And the Phillies have a base runner here with 1 out and the top of the order coming up. Kingery strikeout in the first inning, and there's the Philly fanatic getting the crowd going, stomping on the dugout, trying to pump this crowd up. He wasn't in that shot, so a continuity error there. There's the pitch to Kingery, and that one just misses. Couldn't quite keep it in the zone long enough. Here's the 1-0. That one's a double play opportunity. Braun's got it, makes the turn. Arcia returns it, but he's going to be there in time, so they just get the 1 out. And now there's 2 outs. Now bring up Andrew McCutcheon.
Andrew McCutcheon.
So it's going to be a tough one to turn on the leadoff man, but they get the lead runner, and there'll be a runner still at first here. Andrew McCutcheon up to bat. Leading the team in average coming into the game at 464. And he hits that one down the line, but just foul. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one's going to be a grounder over in the hole, but here is going to make the play, make the throw, and that retires the side for the Phillies. So the Phillies do get a hit from the pitcher, but they strand one, and after 3, they still lead 1-0. Avisail Garcia is going to lead off the 4th here for the Brewers, and top of the 4th means it is time for your trivia question of the day. There's a strike, 0-1. So your question today is, Phillies and Brewers faced off in the 2008 Divisional Series. That was the year the Brewers won the wild card. So just swing and a miss, 0-2. Who got the win in the Brewers' only win? What pitcher got the only win in that series? Phillies won that series 3-1. Go on to win the World Series that year. What Brewer was the only one to get a win in that series? Well, then it's for you coming up in the next inning. That one misses, so the count's now even 2-2. And Garcia fights that one off. And the count remains 2-2. Ball boy along the side. He's just going to wait for that one to comfortably sit along the backstop before he makes any sudden movements to spook any elderly folks in the crowd. Here's the 2-2, and that's a called strike 3 on the inside corner, and Garcia is down looking. As you look, the pitch speed comparison, Artie Peralta maxing out at 96, Arrieta at 94, but Arrieta has not thrown a lot of fastballs or sinkers as they were. He's been throwing a lot of off-speed pitches, trying to keep the Brewers hitters off balance, and it has worked so far for him. That's his 4th strikeout of the game. He's had a strikeout in every inning so far, and Ryan Braun is now up to bat. Lined out to right in his last at-bat. Here's the pitch, and that one hits the outside corner. It's 0-1. And it's fouled back into the screen. Quickly 0-2. Here's the pitch. That one's onto the right side. Hoskins bobbles it quickly, but he'll make the play over to Arrieta. And there's the second out of the inning.
Up next from Milwaukee.
So Hoskins getting a lot of work over there.
Omar Narvaez.
Turn to double play. That's supposed to be Joe Girardi looking on. I'll bring up Omar Narvaez. 444 on the season. He's been red hot as of late. Keeping himself in that lineup. That's with 2 outs, and that one's down the line, but that's going to be foul. Couldn't quite keep the hands back long enough. Just pulled it a little bit foul. There's the 0-1. There's a curveball right at the bottom of the zone. 0-2. And that's a sinker. Misses down low. Setting up outside, see what he has, and that misses outside. So Narvaez works the count back to even here. Looks like they want to keep it away here. And he waits back on that one and has his 2nd hit of the day. So a great piece of hitting. Keeps the weight back, fights it off for his 2nd hit of the game.
The third baseman, number 5. Yes.
Gave a little bit of a pause coming through. Saw where that pitch was. Well, inside out, right through the hole there. The Brewers have a runner at first with 2 outs. And Jed Jerko up to bat. Struck out looking in his last appearance. That's a strike for the third baseman. A 1 pitch here to Jerko. That one misses down low. 1-1. We're trying to do something with 2 outs here. Just keep the line moving. There's the 1-1, and that one's fouled away. So 1-2 here. And here comes the pitch. And this is inside, so it's 2-2. Jerko fouls that one off. Wanted to say fight it off, but with foul it out. And now I sound like an idiot. I haven't even been drinking yet tonight. Here's the 2-2 from Arrieta. That one's inside, so Narvaez is going to get a little head start once again. Last time he got the head start, he got to third on the single from Arcia. That one just misses, so he can hold up at second. Runners at first and second here with 2 out.
Now batting.
So second walk issued by Arrieta. I'll bring up Orlando Arcia. Singled in his last at-bat. Here's the pitch. And that one's up the middle for a base hit. Narvaez is coming around to score. Here comes the throw. It's way off target, and Orlando Arcia has an RBI single to tie this game up in the 4th. So being aggressive on that first pitch, drives it right up the middle. And with 2 outs, Narvaez scores easily. Not a good throw from Nick Williams in center field. And this game is now tied at 1. Good slide. Didn't need to do the reach back deal. Didn't need 2 safe calls on that one. But you know what? That's just how they want to play the game, I guess. So, still first and second. Here comes Freddie Peralta. Flew out to left last time. And he takes the ball down low. 1-0. Arrieta thrown 23 pitches here this inning. Got the first 2 guys and hasn't retired a batter since. Went single, walk, single. Let's see what Freddie Peralta can do here. And he fouls one away, and it counts 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Peralta fouls another one off. 1-2. And there's one that goes up the middle. Gregorius is there. He'll take it himself to second for the easy one. And that will do it for the Brewers here in the 4th. But Orlando Arcia with the RBI single gets the Brewers on the board. And we are tied now at 1, heading to the bottom of the 4th.
Leading off for the Phillies.
Bryce Harper leads off here for the Phillies.
Right.
0 for 1 here today. And this is down low, 1-0. Hit a hot shot over to left field, but Jed Jerko made a nice leaping catch to rob Harper of a base hit. End the first inning. Comes the 2-0. And this is down low as well. So Brewers, knowing that these Phillies pitchers, or these Phillies batters, are going to chase some pitches. They're working around the zone quite a bit here. Phillies have struck out 63 times this season. That's 5th most in the MLB early on. As Peralta throws a strike in there, and it's 3-1 on Harper. And that one just misses the bottom of the zone, and it's a leadoff walk for Bryce Harper here in the 4th.
The first baseman, number 17, Rhys Hoskins.
So Rhys Hoskins steps up to bat. had the solo home run back in the second. Saw the first pitch he saw, which is that hanging curveball. Smoked it into left field. Put the Phillies up 1-0 early on. He takes one down low, 1-0.
No, he's in there.
Check of Harper over at first. He's in there safely. Harper known to steal a few bases. There's the 1-0. That's a curveball that hits the outside corner, and it's 1-1 on the Phillies' first baseman. Opening day here in Philadelphia. Another good-sized crowd from the Philly faithful. They'll let you know what's going on, whether they're on your team or not. If you're doing really well, there's always something they can point out that you could be doing better if you're a Philly. And if you're an opposing team coming in, well, maybe it's best to have some earplugs in. Here's the 2-1, and there's a swing and a miss on the fastball inside. Counts now 2-2. And a swing and a miss on the changeup. There's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Good pitch on the outside part of the plate, way in front of that one. And right into a little off balance coming out of the swing there as well. I'll bring up Didi Gregorius. Flew out to left his last at bat. And that fastball misses on the outside corner, and it's 1-0. And the runner's going. Throw down there, and Harper's in there with a stolen base. Harper gets a good jump off of Peralta there, and not in time. And the Phillies have a runner at second here with one out. There's the 1-1. And that one's over on the right side. Here, bobbles it momentarily, but has time to get Gregorius for the second out. It will move the runner over to third.
Up next for
There are two outs here in the fourth.
JT Real Muto.
Momentary bobble there from Hira, but he sticks with it. Makes a good strong throw. Still completes the out for the Brewers. So we got a runner at third, two outs, bottom of the fourth. 1-1 game. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses. It's 1-0. The pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1 on the Phillies catcher. And there's a fastball that misses up. So Peralta trying to work up with that fastball, but working a little too up. Bring it down just a little bit, make it a little bit more tempting for these Phillies hitters to chase after. Check a runner over at third. There's the 2-1. And it doesn't quite make it into the zone. And it's 3-1. Neil Walker waiting on deck. Here's the 3-1 to Romano, and that one misses. So second walk of the inning for Peralta. And I'll bring up Neil Walker.
Up next for Philadelphia, the third
Peralta
baseman,
having a little trouble finding the zone here. In the fourth, issued two free passes. I'll bring up Neil Walker. He's 0 for 1, struck out back in the second. And that's a check swing, but probably in the zone as well. Home plate umpire says he went around anyway, so just a strike on so many levels for Neil Walker. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball that misses high and inside, and it counts 1-1. Here's the pitch. Misses outside, 2-1. Peralta got the strike on that high fastball. Tried to work him in, missed. Tried to work him out, missed. These batters being a lot more patient here. Trying to make the young right-hander throw something to him. Here comes the 2-1. That's a swing and a miss. A good time to change up speeds. And that evens up the count at 2-2. Got him out in front after throwing 3 straight fastballs. Now Peralta back in the driver's seat. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss. got him chasing on that one, and that will retire the side for the Phillies. So the Phillies get 2 walks, but they also strike out twice, leave 2 runners on, and after 4, we're still tied at 1. Heidi, we're sorry. I'm sorry. Your microphone still is not working. This is horribly embarrassing. We're super sorry that we can't get you a microphone that works. So we can't hear you what you're saying. I don't know why Jed Jerko's getting ready to hit. He doesn't even come up until like 7th in the order. So kind of a strange turn of events for everybody, I would say. So kind of embarrassing. Sorry about that, Heidi. Hopefully we'll get you a microphone that works for next time. As Lorenzo Cain steps up to the plate. He's 1 for 2, double in the first. Arrieta comes in for his 5th inning of work. And there's a curveball that's in there for a strike. Lorenzo Cain, heading into the series against the St. Louis Cardinals, was batting below 100. And now he's batting over 300. That's what 8 hits in 4 games will do for you. Just been really seeing the ball, keeping the weight back, going to all parts of the field, and having a good eye at the plate, just like that pitch there that misses outside, and it's 2-1. Lorenzo Cain's in the driver's seat here to lead off the 5th. Swings through that one, and that's 2-2. Arrieta working quick here. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's a fly ball to center field. Nick Williams is gliding underneath it and retires Cain for the first out of the inning.
The batter, the right fielder.
So your trivia question for the day, the question was, in the Brewers-Phillies series, in the 2008 Divisional Series, the Phillies won 3-1. What Brewers pitcher got the only win in that series? As Yelich takes one foul. And the answer is Dave Bush. Dave Bush got the win in Game 3 of that series. The first ever home playoff game of Miller Park. Solomon Torres got the save. That was a big series. That was the first time I've ever seen the Brewers in the playoffs. It's the first time they've... Oh, and another called strike 3, and Yelich is down on strikes for the 2nd time today, and it's quickly 2 outs here in the 5th. But just remember, Giovanni Gallardo, it was like his first or second year with the Brewers. He tore his ACL at the beginning of the season, and then came back and was able to pitch in Game 1. CC Sabathia pitched Game 2, and he was the swing and a miss from Hero. In the trade at the right before the All-Star break to get CC Sabathia, they rode him as much as they could to get them into the playoffs. But Sabathia took the loss in Game 2, and then it was Dave Bush who got the win for the Brewers, and then Jeff Supan got the loss in Game 4. Here's the 1-1 to Hira, and that one's a fly ball to right and deep. And they're just going to watch this one hit the stands as Hira, with 2 outs, puts the Brewers on top. So Keston Hira with his first home run of the season. And he has started to come alive here in these last few games. And he gives the Brewers a 2-1 lead in the 5th. So the 2nd home run that Arrieta has given up this season. And that has been the MO for the Phillies this year. They've been giving up a lot of home runs. They've given up 13 coming into this game. That's 14 home runs that the pitching staff for the Phillies have given up. That's 2nd most in the major leagues. Now bring up Avisail Garcia. He's 0 for 2.
The left fielder, number 24.
And he pulls that one down the line.
Garcia.
And it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Garcia. Doesn't chase that change up, and he evens the count at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chased after that change that time. And it's 1-2. So Garcia thinking that he wasn't going to throw the same pitch twice, and Arrieta says, I'll show you a same pitch twice. Goes back to the changeup. Gets him to chase, and it's 1-2 on the Brewers left fielder. He takes that one to right field. Harper is underneath it, and he makes the catch. And that will end the inning. So, Keston Hiura getting the Brewers a lead here in the 5th. Takes that one to right field. And after 4.5, Brewers lead 2-1. Heidi, I'm sorry. I thought someone might have ran down to talk to you. Your microphone still doesn't work. So sorry. As we get a look at Andrew McCutchen here, he got the last out of the last inning, so not sure why he's so psyched to bat. There's what's supposed to be Joe Girardi. He's got his head down, nodding there. Many years coaching, managing, I would say, of the Yankees.
Leading off for the Phillies.
His first year here with the Phillies. Rough start to the season. They're 2-5, 5-game losing streak as Nick Williams steps up to the plate. Well, I guess McCutchen, he'll be up 4th. So, he ended that other inning. So I guess he is going to be up. He's just a little antsy. There's the 1-0, and that misses down low, and it's 2-0. And that one's in there for a strike. 2-1 on the center fielder. Fouled away, so it's evened up at 2-2. Williams in the pitching spots. We'll see if Arrieta is going to be back out there, or if Girardi goes to his bench. That one's down the line, but that one's foul. And then we're back to the top of the order with Scott Kingery due up 3rd. Here's the 2-2, and that's a swing and a miss. Changeup got him. That's the second strikeout of the game for Williams.
The pitcher, number 49.
So, 6th strikeout for Peralta. Let's see what Joe Girardi does here with the pitcher spot coming up. And he will go to his bench.
Hitting for the Phillies.
And he is going to go with Adam Hazley.
Hazley.
Adam Hazley. He's batting .500. He pinch hit last time on Tuesday. So a bench option here for Girardi. And the Brewers do their job. They get to this Phillies bullpen that has given up a lot of runs. And Hazley down quickly, 0-2. Misses outside, so it's 1-2. That one just misses, and it's 2-2. So, close the book on Arrieta. He gives up 2 runs, 5 hits, strikes out 5, walks 1. So a solid outing, but can't get out of that into the 6th inning as Hazley goes down on strike. So back-to-back strikes swinging for Freddie Peralta here in the 5th.
Second baseman, Scott Kingery.
Bring up the Phillies second baseman, Scott Kingery. He's 0 for 2, struck out, grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. See how Freddie Peralta does, 3rd time around in the order. Misses one in the dirt, 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 from Peralta. Tries to get him to chase one upstairs. Kingery says, no thank you, and it's 2-0. There's the 2-0 pitch. There, grounder over to Jerko. Make the quick throw over to first, and that will do it for the Phillies here in the 5th. So, another 1-2-3 inning for Freddie Peralta. And after 5, Brewers lead still 2-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Phillies, number 64, Victor Arano.
So Victor Arano is going to take the mound here for the Phillies in the 6th.
Leading off from Milwaukee, the first baseman.
His 4th year with the Phillies. Last pitched on Tuesday. Gave up 2 home runs. He also took the loss on Sunday against the Marlins. And he's going to face Ryan Braun He starts him with a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. This is the fourth game for Arano. It's 0-1. He's pitched 2 innings. Already given up 8 runs as he gets Braun to ground over to Gregorius. He'll make the play to first, and there's 1 out.
Up next for Milwaukee.
So Arano's trying to bounce back a little bit. A little rough go of it here early in the season. I'll bring up Omar Narvaez. He's 2 for 2. 2 singles. Scored on the Orlando Arcia single. Back in the... Excuse me. Back in the 4th. Hector Neris, Jose Alvarez. They're getting warmed up in the Phillies bullpen. Looks like there's 2 Brewers warming up. Don't know who they are. Maybe Heidi can get on that one. Here comes the 1-0 to Narvaez. And that one misses outside. 2-0. Being careful with Narvaez. He's had a hot bat. He can hit for some power. 3 doubles yesterday. He drives that one to center field. But Williams is right underneath it. He'll make the catch for the 2nd out. So, 2 up and 2 down. And that brings up Jed Jerko.
The third base.
He's 0 for 1. Strikeout and a walk.
Jerko.
Provided the Brewers with some unexpected power. Tied for the team lead with 2 home runs. And he takes a ball upstairs. 3 for 10 in his last 4 games. And the back-to-back home runs against the Cardinals. Lays off that one. It's 2-0. And that one's in there. 2-1. The Brewers' third baseman. That one just misses the top of the zone. It's 3-1. Or Otto shaking his head. Thinks that one should have been a strike. Should be 2-2. Instead, he has to pitch with a 3-1 count. Amato gives the signs. From the stretch, here's the pitch. That one misses outside, so a 2-out walk for Jed Jerko here in the 6th. Well, getting some runs with 2 outs is not going to be a problem for the Brewers. They got the first 2 guys were down in the 4th, and then they eventually scored a run, and then last inning, first 2 guys got out. Hira hits the solo home run. So in the last 2 innings, 2 runs have come with 2 outs here. So let's see if Orlando Arcia can keep the line moving. Maybe manufacture another run here. Here's the pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. If Arcia does get on, it's going to be a pretty tough decision for Counsell. He could go to the bench, try to extend the lead here. He could go with Peralta because he wants to get another inning out of him. See what happens here with Arcia first. And there's the 0-1. That one's just on the outside corner, and it's 1-1. You don't mind handing the ball off to the bullpen. Bullpen's been doing really well for the Brewers this year as there's a swing and a miss. I'm chasing that changeup, and it's 1-2 on Arcia. Comes the pitch, looking for something up. Arcia doesn't chase, and it's 2-2. Arcia's been very patient at the plate early on this season. Had a 12-pitch at-bat in the last series. He's had some at-bats that have gone very long. He's getting his money's worth up there at the plate, which is good to see. Seeing the ball well. Here's the 2-2. Rips that one down the line, but it's foul. There's the 2-2. And fights that one off. Once again, Arcia hanging tough here. Let's do the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Here's the 2-2. Oh, he chases that one outside. He couldn't be patient long enough. And he goes down on strikes. So Brewers get a base runner, but strand him there. After 5.5, they still lead by 1. Andrew McCutchen
Leading off
is going to
for
lead
the
off
Phillies,
the
the
sixth
left
here.
fielder,
See Alex
Andrew
Claudio, Corbin Burns warming up in the
McCutchen.
Brewers bullpen. So depending on the situation, I'm sure we'll see one of them. But Counsell hoping to get 6 out of Peralta. He went 5 1/3 in his last outing. Trying to stretch him out a little bit farther, and he starts McCutchen out with a strike. As you see, there's Corbin Burns, Alex Claudio, as I mentioned, warming up in the bullpen. Here's the 0-1. This is upstairs, 1-1. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a strike, 1-2. Everyone should be available for the Brewers. Bullpen yesterday was just Knable and Hader coming into the game. Woodruff goes 7 strong, struck out 12. So it was a day off for most of the bullpen. And that one's at the bottom of the zone. Strike 3 looking. McCutchen shaking his head. He can't believe it. And that's the 8th strikeout
The right fielder, number
for
3.
Freddie Peralta.
Right.
Just at the knees.
Harper.
Home plate umpire rings him up. Now bring up Bryce Harper. Walk, stolen base. There's a curveball that's in there for a strike, 0-1. Said Harper struggling to start the season here. Brewers hope that he can figure out how to swing the bat after they leave here. Here's the 0-1. He takes that one to center field, but Kane's right there. And makes the catch for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here
The first baseman,
for
number
Peralta. He's
17.
had 80 pitches on the game, so he's looking good from a pitch
Hoskins.
count perspective. Worked around some trouble. Gave up that solo home run to Rhys Hoskins in the second, and he's up now. 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Now this is inside. Hoskins, 5th round pick by these Phillies back in 2014. And here's the 1-0. Try to get him to chase that curve, and it misses outside. So Peralta pretty even on balls and strikes, but he's been able to work around a lot, get some outs. And Rhys takes that one to right. That one's going to be trouble. Yelich on the move, but can't get there in time. They had him played to pull, and Rhys Hoskins is in with a 2-out single. So probably lucky Hoskins, not the fastest guy.
The shortstop.
See the stat line on Peralta so far: 5 2/3, 3 hits, gave up that home run, walked 2, 8 strikeouts, and Counsell said, you know what? I think I've seen enough. Peralta's thrown a pretty good game. He wants to play the matchup here, and he's going to go to Alex Claudio, it looks like, to face Gregoria. So a great day by Peralta. You saw the stat line just there. He goes 5 2/3. He's going to be responsible for Hoskins over at first base, but a great outing by the young Brewers pitcher.
Your attention,
Goes
please.
a little bit further than last
Now
time, but
pitching for the
Counsell
Brewers,
wants to play the matchup
number
right here
58,
against a hot-hitting
Alex
Didi Gregorius, who has 3 home runs and 7 RBIs on the season. He's going to go with Alex Claudio. This is his 4th appearance. He's only pitched 2 innings. He's 3 strikeouts, but has given up quite a few hits so far this season. So, hoping to bounce back. Looks like Counsell just wants to play the lefty-on-lefty matchup. Claudio gets through Gregorius. He doesn't have to come back. That's the new rule this year. You have to pitch at least 3 batters or until the end of the inning, whichever happens first. Here's the pitch to Gregorius, and he takes that one to center. It's going to be 1 pitch, 1 out for Claudio. So, Claudio, short day's work for him possibly, and that will do it for the Phillies. In the 6th. Get 1 hit, leave him stranded. Jose Alvarez is going to come in to pitch for the Phillies. His 2nd game of the season, thrown just 1 inning. Has
Your
1
attention,
strikeout.
please. Pinch hitting for Milwaukee, number 7, Eric.
And Eric Sogard is going to get called off the bench for Craig Counsell. Kind of an interesting move here, going with the lefty. A lot of right-handed batters on the bench for Counsell, but he's been going to Sogard first in a lot of these situations. So, interesting move by Council, but Sogard has been doing well in these pitch hit situations. So playing more just how the guy's been hitting rather than the matchup. So showing a lot of confidence in his utility man. Here's the 2-0, and that one just misses, and it's 3-0. Alvarez last pitched in last night's game. Just pitched it in, gave up 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And that one misses, just misses. And that is a leadoff walk for Eric Sogard.
Now batting, the center fielder, Lorenzo Cain.
So Lorenzo Cain comes up to bat with a runner on first here in the top of the 7th. He's 1 for 3. Brewers on top here, 2-1. RBI single from Arcia in the 4th. Solo home run from Hira in the 5th. And Alvarez has thrown 5 straight balls here. So looking to get back on track here. He's got a runner at first. Leadoff walk by Sogard. Phillies get their run from Rhys Hoskins back in the 2nd. Solo shot to lead off the inning. There's the 1-0. And that is a miss too. Wow, that one looked like it was right in there. But a lot of situations where if you're not throwing strikes, you're not going to get those borderline calls if you're not throwing strikes in general. So gift for Cain. Here's the 2-0, and that one's in there, so it's 2-1. So after 6 straight balls, Alvarez throws his first strike of the day, and the count is now 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Cain sends that one to the seats. It's 2-2. So Brewers kind of running into a situation that they like to see. They got a bullpen in the Phillies. Here's the 2-2. That misses outside, so it's full count. They got the Phillies, who have given up a lot of runs out of their bullpen. And the Brewers have scored a lot of their runs late in games. They've been getting at these bullpens. They've been winning late in the game. So perfect storm here for the Brewers as Cain hits one over to second. Kingery's going to take it himself and then flip it over to first, and that's a double play. And there are quickly 2 outs here in the 7th.
Now batting, right fielder, Christian Yelich.
Now bring up Christian Yelich, 0 for 3 on the day. He struck out twice. Pitch. Sends that one to right. And that one's going back to the fence, and Harper's going to look up at that one. And Christian Yelich with a solo home run, his 2nd of the year. And the Brewers extend the lead 3-1. So first pitch swinging. Christian Yelich says, you know how you don't strike out? Well, you don't get to 3 pitches. Takes that first one and drives it just over the fence in right field. Take a look at it again. Gets that pitch right at the belt. Nice follow through on it. As you see here, 374 feet. Looping fly ball. Thought maybe Harper would get it, but just kept trailing back. And the Brewers get another run with 2 outs. Here is up to bat now. This is him in the 5th inning. Puts it in pretty much the same spot. Nice little bat flip there from him. That would put the Brewers up 2-1 in the 5th. Steps up against the lefty here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. There's a changeup. That one misses, so it's 1-0. So home plate umpire not giving the strikes, so these are looking like they're really good pitches. But the inability to throw strikes early on, I think, has done Alvarez in. Here's the 1-0. That one's in there, 1-1. So here, knowing that the strike zone's pretty tight right now, going to just wait for his pitch. Not going to chase anything, it looks like. And he takes that one to right field, and there's back-to-back hits for the Brewers. So a 2-out single for Hira. The Brewers keep it going here in the 7th.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Weight back on that curve. That's
Garcia.
just textbook hitting there. Keep the weight back. Push that to opposite field. Nice job of hitting. That's going to bring up Avisail Garcia. Takes one upstairs, 1-0. So runner at first, 7th inning. Maybe a little deja vu. Had the 2-run homer in yesterday's game in the 7th inning. He's got another one in his back pocket here against Alvarez. That one misses. It's 2-0. Alvarez looking in there, trying to take a deep breath. And a rough inning here. Not the first two batters, but there's a strike, 2-1. It's been kind of the theme of this game. There's a 2-1. That one misses, 3-1. Brian Braun on deck. Phillies have been able to get the first 2 outs of an inning, but the Brewers with 2 outs have been able to rally and put some runs on the board. 2 home runs in the game for them. Here's the 3-1. That one's fouled off. Got a good pitch to hit, just missed it. The count's now full, so Hero will get going on the pitch. Garcia, if he can drive one to the gap, should be able to score him. Here's the pitch. And there's Garcia, takes one to deep left, but McCutcheon's got plenty of room. And he'll make the catch to end the inning. But the Brewers do get another run. Christian Yelich hits his second home run of the season. And the Brewers have a 3-1 lead heading to the bottom of the 7th.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for the Brewers, number 39, Corbin Burns.
Corbin Burns is going to get the call out of the bullpen. This is his 5th game of the season.
Leading up
He's
for
pitched
the
very
Phillies,
well for Craig Counsell out of that bullpen. It's already gone 4 innings, 5th game as I mentioned, and that one misses outside, 1-0. And that one's in there for a strike, 1-1. Burns has only given up 1 run this season. That was a solo shot in the Cubs series. And here's the 1-1 to the catcher, and it's outside, 2-1. So Burns looking to hold it here at 3-1. So you can get the ball to Knebel over to the 8th, and then Josh Hader to close it down in the 9th. And that one hits the corner, and it's 2-2. And this is 3-2. Brewers and Phillies have an off day tomorrow. They'll be back here on Saturday and finish up the series on Sunday afternoon. That's a grounded foul. Adrian Hauser gets the start tomorrow for the Brewers. And that one's a ground ball down the line. Jerko's got it. He'll make the throw over to first, and there's the first out of the inning. Oh, there's my co-host in the booth.
third baseman.
Doesn't have a lot to say, but when she has something to say, she's going to let you know about it. She's just let me know that I forgot to mention who the Phillies starter is tomorrow. And don't worry, I have that right in front of me. It's Zach Eflin. So it'll be Hauser and Eflin facing off on Saturday. And that one's going to make it to the seats. 0-1 on Neil Walker. So, just my co-host, producer, whatever you want to call her. Making sure I do all the reads, get the trivia in there. She informs me when Heidi's mic doesn't work. There's the 1-1. Brushes him off. 2-1. And there's another foul ball, so the count's now even, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Walker. And that one's a ground ball. Braun knocks it down, makes the flip over to Burns, and there's 2 outs.
The center fielder.
So 2 up and 2 down for Burns here in the 7th. And I'll bring the center fielder Nick Williams up to bat. He's 0 for 2, has 2 strikeouts. Saw in the corner graphic there, Fireisen and Hader warming up in the Brewers bullpen. So Corey Knebel might not be available for this game after pitching in back-to-back games. Hader's also pitched in back-to-back games as well. It's 1-1 here on Nick Williams, so 2 outs in the 7th. And here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2. So Williams having some trouble at the plate here today. Not very close on a lot of these pitches. Brewers pitching, making him pay for it. Here comes the 1-2 from Burns. That's a swing and a miss. And that will retire the side for the Phillies. So 1-2-3 inning for Burns. After 7, Brewers still hold on to the lead, 3-1. So Joe Girardi, or the person that's supposed to be Joe Girardi, out there for the double switch. So we'll see what all the moves
Your
are.
attention, please.
It's going to be Hector
The
Neris
for
coming in to pitch.
Now pitching.
Third game of the
Batting in
season.
the
He's 0 for 1.
Number 50.
Or 0-1. That's how you do it when it's a record.
Neris. Now playing third base and batting ninth. Number 7, Josh Harrison.
So in the double switch, Josh Harrison will move into the 9 spot. He'll play third base. So Neil Walker out of the game. And that's where the pitcher spot will be now. So Ryan Braun leads off the 8. Misses outside, 1-0. So third game for Neris. He took the loss in Saturday's game. Only won a third. Gave up 3 runs in that game. And it's 2-0 quickly on Ryan Braun. And that one's down the line, and that should be extra bases. Braun makes the turn. Oh, and it gets by McCutchen in the outfield. But still, Braun's just going to hold that second, so should be just a double for Braun. Yep,
Now
will be a Braun. First double of the year. Braun stays hot.
Narvaez.
And a leadoff double for the Brewers here in the 8th. Got that inside pitch, 2-0 pitch. Moves it right down the line. And he is in safely with the double. Took a big turn once he knew McCutchen misplayed it in the corner. But holds up that second. He's got the hot hitting Narvaez up next. He's 2 for 3. That one just misses upstairs. 1-0. Here's the 1-0, and Narvaez waits back on that one, but McCutchen's underneath it. And he'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. So got jammed a little bit.
Now batting.
So we look at your starters from today, both going 5 innings. Well, Peralta went more than 5 innings. I guess they can't put up the 2/3 graphic, but Arrieta giving up 2, giving up 6 hits and 2 walks. Freddie Peralta winning the strikeout battle. He had 8 on the day. So good outing by Peralta. Not a bad outing by Arrieta either, just not getting as much offense behind him. Phillies offense just in general struggling to start the season. And Jed Jerko up to bat. He takes that one inside, 1-0. So Jed Jerko with 2 more walks on the season. He's been doing a great job of just getting on base, whether that's through hitting or walking. Just getting on base, moving the line at the bottom of the order. Coming into the game, had a .417 on base percentage. He's taken a lot of walks, gotten a few hits. He's gotten some timely hits for the Brewers, that's for sure. 2-0 pitch, swung right through that one, and it's 2-1. He's way ahead of that one, and it's 2-2. Braun led off the inning with a double. Narvaez flew out. And Jed Jerko up now here in the 8th with 1 out. Swing and a miss, and that's his second strikeout of the game. And there's 2 outs here in the 8th.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Good pitch on the inside part of the corner. Jerko tried to fight it off, but just missed it. And he's retired on strikes, and that's going to bring up Orlando Arcia. He's 2 for 3, had an RBI single back in the 4th. Got the Brewers on the board, and he takes a strike, 0-1. So Neris trying to negate that leadoff double by Ryan Braun. Trying to retire Arcia here. Get the last 3 batters he faces. And that one's in there, and it's 0-2 on the shortstop. Well, this is where Arcia is going to start getting to work now. He's going to start fighting off pitches. He's going to start keeping his eye on the ball and taking balls here. Let's see if he can do it. There you go. There's ball 1. All part of Arcia's plan, it seems like. He lulls the pitcher into false sense of confidence by going down in the count 0-2, and then he battles back, and then he does something amazing. Here's the 1-2 to Arcia, and he fights that one off. That would have been ball 2, but the way Arcia's seeing the ball, he's hanging tough, and the count remains 1-2. Here's the pitch, and that one misses, so it's evened up at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Arcia down the line, but foul. Got a good one to hit. Squared it up nice, but just couldn't keep the hands back enough to keep it in play. So we'll do it again here with 2-2. And there's a ground ball, but Gregorius is there. Throw over to first, and he's out to end the inning. So leadoff double by Braun doesn't do anything else. And we head to the bottom of the 8th. Brewers still lead 3-1. And it looks like Council's going to do a double switch here as well. Pitcher spot due up first in the 9th inning. So Council's going to go to his bullpen, talk to the home plate ump about everything that's going on. And David Phelps is going to get the ball here in the bottom of the 8th.
Number 41, David Phelps. Now playing shortstop and batting 9. Number 2, Luis Urias.
And that's a ball down low, 1-0. So Luis Urias, he comes in on the double switch. He's playing shortstop now. He's going to lead off the next inning. It's Josh Harrison leads off. He came in on the double switch last inning. David Phelps down 2-0 here. David Phelps, 3rd game of the season, has pitched 2 innings. There's a strike. Has a 4.5 ERA, so he has given up a few runs. Those runs came on, I believe he last pitched. I don't have when he last pitched. All right. Well, he's given up some runs, but he's bounced back since then. So he misses there, and it's a leadoff walk to Josh Harrison.
The batter, number 4, second baseman.
So I'll bring up Scott Kingery. He's 0 for 3. 2 ground outs. And a strikeout. He'll bat with a runner on here. Phillies down 2. Bottom of the 8th here. And here's the pitch. And that one misses outside, 1-0. And once again, these Brewers pitchers trying to get these Philly batters to chase after pitches. Like I mentioned earlier, Phillies have the 2nd most strikeouts in Major League Baseball. So Brewers trying to see if they'll keep chasing after some pitches here. Here comes the 1-0 from Phelps. That one's a fly ball. Center field. Kane's racing under it. And he'll make the play for the first out of the inning.
The left fielder,
good play by
22,
Kane. Track that one down.
Andrew.
Now bring up Andrew McCutchen. He's 0 for 3. Struck out in his last at-bat. McCutchen's been the hot bat early on in the season for these Phillies. Brewers know all about that from his time with the Pirates as he takes a strike. 0-1. Good-sized opening day crowd for the Phillies, or home opening crowd for the Phillies. They started their season down in Miami, and they went over to New York. Now playing in front of the hometown crowd here tonight. They're in a 2-run deficit right now in the bottom of the 8th. They got a runner on first. Tying run up to plate here, and McCutchen down 1-2 now to David Phelps. So Phelps bouncing back after the leadoff walk to Josh Harrison. See what he has in store here. 1-2 pitch coming up. Here it comes. And there's a grounder, but it's foul. And here's the pitch again, and that one's fouled away. So do it again here, 1-2 on the Phillies left fielder. And McCutcheon not as fast as he once was, so they've moved him to the corner of the outfield. Played right field again with the Giants as he fouls another one away. Back into the netting. So count remains 1-2. Little knuckleball from the home plate umpire, getting the ball back over to Phelps. Comes the 1-2 to McCutcheon. He flies that one to left field. Garcia's right there, and there's 2 away.
Up next for Philadelphia, the right fielder, Bryce Harper.
That brings up Bryce Harper. He's 0 for 2. Walked back in the 4th. Does have a stolen base. These are the situations that the Phillies want Harper to start producing in. This is the tying run here. It's bottom of the 8th. There's 2 outs. Phillies need a spark here. They need their multi-million-dollar man to come through for them. As he faces David Phelps. Here comes the pitch, and that one's outside, 1-0. Probably going to try to be a little careful. Bryce Harper, he can put a charge into one, but you also don't want to bring the game-winning run, or the go-ahead run to the plate. And Rhys Hoskins had the home run back in the 2nd as Harper chases one outside, and it's 1-1. Yeah, if anything, you want to get out of this inning with the lead where it is. Make Rhys Hoskins lead off another inning. That one just misses on the fastball. It's 2-1 on the right fielder for the Phillies. Phelps comes set. Here's the 2-1. And that one's grounded over to Urias. He'll take the play at 2nd. And that will do it for the Phillies in the 8th. So leadoff walk goes for naught. Brewers still up 3-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
So Sir Anthony
Now,
Dominguez
for the
comes in to
Phillies.
pitch the 9th
Number
for the
58.
Phillies. This is his 5th game already this
Serenity.
season. 0 for 1,
Dominguez.
does have a blown save. He's pitched 3 innings. Has 7 strikeouts on the season, so
Leading off for the
he's
Phillies,
not giving up runs. He's striking
the
guys
shortstop,
out.
Luis Urias.
Took the loss on Tuesday, throwing a 1/3 of an inning. That one misses. 1-0 to the young Brewers shortstop, Luis Urias. Urias has been coming into games late. So he grounds one over to Gregorius. Makes a clean play, and he'll get the out at first. 1 away.
The center fielder, number 6, Lorenzo King.
And I'll bring up Lorenzo Cain. He's 1 for 4 on the day. There's a strike. So Dominguez has 7 strikeouts on the season. He's given up 2 hits, both of them home runs. So if you're not striking out, you're hitting home runs off of this guy. So hopefully the Brewers batters can keep that trend going. The home run part, not the strikeout part so much. Keep that home run part going on the Dominguez line. As Cain's down 0-2 here, and he swings and misses, chases that one down and away. And quickly, there are 2 outs here in the 9th.
Now batting, right fielder, Christian Yelich.
Good pitch by Dominguez. Cain way out in front of that one. He is down on strikes. I'll bring up Christian Yelich with the solo home run back in the 7th. That one misses outside, 1-0. Well, if anything, the Brewers got Dominguez right where they want him. There's 2 outs. That's when the Brewers have gotten all their runs here today, with 2 outs. 2 solo home runs. RBI single from Orlando Arcia. All these runs coming when the Phillies thought they were going to get out of the inning. And that's the other thing about these two. The Phillies pitching got the first 2 guys in the inning. And then the Brewers just started hitting, started getting runs on the board. There's another ball. And that's really been the difference in this game. As Keston Hiura's on deck, he also had the solo home run back in the 5th. Comes the 3-0, and that one's in there for a strike. So hits on the outside corner. Yelich just letting that one go by, hoping to get a better pitch here on 3-1. He rips that one for a base hit. So Christian Yelich, after going 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, has hits in back-to-back at-bats. And I'll bring up Keston Hiura. Good piece of hitting there. Hard hit right through the hole. There's Keston Hiura. That one misses outside, 1-0. Two for 3 on the day. Solo home run, had the single. He's got hits in back-to-back at-bats as well. And that one's in there to even up the count, 1-1. So Dominguez gives up his first non-home run hit to Yelich here in the 8th, or in the 9th. Keston Hiura here with 2 outs. Runner on first. That one misses outside. 2-1. Hiura's been striking out a lot this season, so imagine the book on him is to try to get him to chase. He's being a little bit more patient. Check of Yelich at first. He's going to stay there. Keeping an eye on Yelich. Does have 4 stolen bases on the season. Among the league leaders. The only Brewer to have stolen any bases this year. They want to keep him close. Another check over. And he's in there. And Yelich goes on that pitch, and that's a called strike. Throw down there, and Yelich is there in plenty of time. Yelich has his 5th stolen base of the season. Gets a good jump. Got a good pitch to run on as well. He's in there easily. Now, runner in scoring position for Keston Hiura. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. He hits that one up the middle, and that should score it, and it will. So an RBI single for Keston Hiura. That extends the Brewers' lead to 4-1.
The left fielder, number 24, Avisayu.
Really good piece of hitting here. Takes that pitch right back up the middle. He's seeing the ball really well now. 3 straight hits. RBI single, and now we'll bring up Avisayu Garcia. He's 0 for 4. He swings through that one, and it's 0-1. Well, Brewers continue to do it late in the game. 2 more runs in the 7th inning or later. That's when they've been doing all their damage. They seem to know how to get to these bullpens early in the season. It's going to be pretty valuable, especially if you're in a situation where you know you're down, but you can score runs late. It's a really big boost of confidence when you know that you're never out of it. If you have that feeling that any inning you can score runs, and if you can score those runs late in the game, huge boost of confidence as Garcia flies one to right. Harper's there, and now retire the side in the 9th. So, once again, with 2 outs, Brewers score a run, and they now have a 4-1 lead.
Your attention, please.
So Josh Hader's coming in for his 3rd save of the season. His 4th game. It's actually his 3rd straight game pitching. But he's got a day off tomorrow, so council figuring going to give him another day off, so let him run out there and get the save here. As take another look at Rhys Hoskins in the 2nd inning with the solo shot to left field. And put the Phillies up 1-0. That's all the offense they've seen so far. They have 1 run on 3 hits. Brewers 4 runs on 11 hits. And that is a swing and a miss. Start him out with that 2-seamer. And he's up 0-1 on the Phillies' first baseman. Comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss again. So Hoskins trying to get the swing going early, but still not early enough. And it's 0-2. And a slider off speed. And that is 3 pitches, 3 strikes. And the first strikeout for Hader.
Up next for Philadelphia.
Got him tied up on that one. Hoskins looks back at the ump. Asks, is that going to be a strike? And umpire says, probably not. Hoskins says, yep, then I'm an idiot, and I need to go back to the bench. And I'll bring up Didi Gregorius here with 1 out. That's a foul ball, so 0-1. Comes the 0-1 to Gregorius. Just misses 1-1. Tried to shoot the corner there. Just didn't get enough to the plate. Here's the 1-1. That one's down low, 2-1. So the Brewers bullpen looking to close another one down. Go another day of not giving up any runs out of the bullpen. There's a slider that's in there, 2-2, and I don't think Gregorius was looking for that one at all. Comes the 2-2 from Hader. Swing and a miss. And back-to-back Ks for Hader.
Now batting.
So JT Romado, he's the last hope for the Phillies here with 2 outs in the 9th. Phillies trail by 3 here. Romado 0 for 2. Had the walk back in the 4th. Fly out and ground out. And he takes a strike. 97. Up in the zone, hard pitch to hit. 97's hard to hit in general, and then when you got the long arm of Hader coming at you, coming across the body, makes it even harder. And there's a slider that he pulls down the line, so he was looking for that one, but it's a foul ball, so 0-2 here. So Phillies down to their last strike here. Let's see what Hader has in store. Here's the 0-2, swing and a miss, and Hader strikes out the side for his 3rd save of the season. And the Brewers win this one 4-1. Great game by Freddie Peralta. He goes 5+. He'll pick up the win. Christian Yelich, he has the solo shot in the 7th inning. Hira has 2 RBIs. He has a solo shot of his own. Orlando Arcia, RBI single in the 4th to tie the game. And the Brewers get all of their runs with 2 outs. And a great team win. They get more runs at the end of the game. And the bullpen does another stellar job to close out this one. Brewers with 4 runs on 11 hits. No errors once again. Phillies just 1 run on the 3 hits. See there, Freddie Peralta goes 5 2/3, gives up just the 3 hits. 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. Just gave up that 1 solo home run to Rhys Hoskins. And Josh Hader comes in and closes it out. Goes 1, 2, 3, all 3 of them strikeouts. And he picks up his 3rd save of the season. So another great game from the Brewers. The bullpen doesn't give up any hits. Actually, let's look at the box score here. They retire the last 10. So actually, looking at the book here, they had 1 walk. The Brewers bullpen faced 11 batters. They got 10 of them out and had 1 walk. So a great job once again by this bullpen to close the game out and get the win for the Brewers. So another big victory for the Brewers. They improve to 5-2 on the season. Phillies fall to 2-6. Another great game. We'll be back with you on Saturday night. As we mentioned earlier, it's going to be Adrian Hauser versus Zach Eflin. Both of them are 0-0 on the season. So we'll see what happens in that one. But Brewers get another big win. They've won 3 straight. And they are running pretty hot right now. They get an off day. Everyone gets a little rest. We'll be back at it on Saturday. So thanks everyone who joined in and watched. I know there's some people that were kind of bummed that I just did the highlight package for yesterday's game and didn't just still do a broadcast. So I'm hoping to do these as much as possible. But hopefully you can understand if I have to take a break if something happens and can only do the highlight package. So thanks everyone for watching. If you like what you're seeing and like what you're watching, please let people know about this. That's the best way to spread the word, is just let people know that you're watching some weirdo in Wisconsin do play-by-play on video game baseball. You don't have to put it that way. You can just say it's just some guy. You don't have to say the weirdo from Wisconsin part. But all right, that's enough of this. So thank you guys very much. Brewers win it here 4-1. We'll see you on Saturday. Good night, everyone.